Hey guys, welcome back to St. Isidore's Farm. This 13th video in the series on Successful Fathers by James B. Stinson. Sorry it's been so long since I did the last video. Been about the business of trying to be a successful father, both with work and things at the home and around here on the farm. So I haven't had the time to make a video, but I want to try and get a quick one in before the sun sets. This is a section of the book. I finished the section at the back, which was Successful Fathers Today, but there's other sections in the book, and what I want to do for these last 4 videos is try and pull some places, different chapters or points that he makes in other places in the book that I think are important. So here we go. This one is called "The Home Itself Has Become a Place of Play Rather Than Work." Whereas formerly tool and work implements abounded in the home, and toys and playthings were scarce, today the situation is reversed. Tools are tucked away out of sight, while playthings are everywhere. Television sets, VCRs, dates the book, how about DVDs or Blu-ray players, computers, stereos, electronic games, pool tables, dartboards, table games, sports equipment, and boxes of toys. Typically, books are scarce. These leisure devices, combined with soft furniture and efficient heating air conditioning systems, make the home an exceedingly comfortable place. It has become an ideal ambiance within which the family's adults can relax and recreate their energies, which is where the word recreation derived its original meaning. For the parents, this leisure is a welcome and necessary change of pace. But for the children, and this is our main point here, the surroundings of comfort and play are the only world they know. They have no spent energies to recreate. They have no strenuous tasks to relax from. Their entire universe of experience consists of comfort and amusement. Life is play. A visitor from another century would be astonished, no doubt, at the consequent role reversal in the modern family. In former times, the children would share in the adult activities. Today, the parents are given over to the children's preoccupations, which is principally amusement. Our time traveler would see the home centered around childlike interests and activities. Perhaps it would seem to him that the children have won some kind of social revolution. The kids somehow run the home. To look at it another way, in former times, the father and mother frequently came down to the children's level, but they did this to pull the kids up to their own. In today's family, by contrast, the parents seem to come down to the children's level and stay there. That really says it all. Don't know that I need to add much to what Stinson says here if we really think and reflect on it. It does seem true that for many decades that the home has become a place of leisure and entertainment. I recently was doing an elective class with students, and we're looking at Aldous Huxley's Brave New World, and so we imagined what the home of the 1920s or 30s looked like in America. And I had the kids think through that with me and to imagine what their lives would have been like in that time. And it's interesting to think that there would not, in most homes in America, there was not running water, there was not electricity, bathrooms were outside, the wells were away from the home. And so there was a tremendous amount of work to be done every day just in home economics, in running the home, which would start early in the morning just from things like getting the fireplace going or getting a fire in a wood stove, cutting and splitting wood and maintaining those because we don't have central heat, to going out to the well to get water and bring that in, to firing up a true wood stove, a stove for cooking breakfast and the meals of the day and maintaining that throughout the day, And then, of course, all the chores around livestock and gardening and putting up foods, harvesting animals, smoking them, preserving the meats because there was no refrigeration. The entirety of the day would have been about very difficult and hard work. And even for those children who would have gone off to, say, the one-room schoolhouses, to come home, there would have been a lot of chores to do as soon as you got there. So there wouldn't have been the things that we like today of homework, this idea that kids would go and then come home. I suspect parents of the 1920s and 30s would have revolted if their children were sent home with several hours of work when there were chores that needed to be done, things that needed to be done in running the home. So, of course, as Stinson points out, there has been, if this time traveler came from a different age to now, it would look, I'm sure it would look crazy to them that children come home. There is homework, but it would seem to them that it's a world very much focused on their interests, so on their studies, and then play and entertainment, video games and watching TV and Netflix and on iPhones and iPads and whatever other distractions that there are, and that children wouldn't be really particularly involved in doing much work around the home at all on any given day. And obviously there are exceptions. There's children who do things in the home, but by and large in our country we have seen a real shift where a lot of kids do not. Their parents have for some time, for generations, been moving away from the children having any expectations around work in the home. And so to think about that, to think about what does that mean for young people as they go to college and enter into the workforce. If you pay attention to what corporations say, what human resource directors would say, it's that young people, one of the challenges they have with recent college graduates entering the workforce, not all of them, but a large number, one of the issues is around work ethic. That they've never developed a work ethic. Not that they can't work hard, because I think young people can when they're doing things that they are interested in. When it somehow benefits them, they see the benefit. But in those places where there are jobs or tasks that are not fun, that are not the things they want to do, then there may not be the dedication to it to getting it done. And so this is a place we as parents again should think about. To Stinson's point early in the book, is to imagine the young adult men and women that we want our children to become. And if we think that having a strong work ethic is of value, then we should set about doing things in the home to build that virtue of a hard work ethic in them. So perhaps to minimize entertainments, to begin from a really young age. I think this is a challenge. If your child has not already been about doing this, trying to convert them to doing it is going to be fairly difficult. That is going to be a much more, wait for this car to go by, sorry. It's going to be much more challenging to try and get a kid to start working. They're going to resist, they're going to push back because they've not had to do it. And I think that's going to be human nature. But if you start from a very young age of having your child do a lot of work, even things like helping with dinner, cleaning, things that they can do from a young age safely, to do it and to do a lot of it. And to begin, as they get older, adding chores and responsibilities and things they must do, so that they will have not a sense that life is play, because we all know that life is going to be about work, a lot of work, and that there will be moments and times of play. And I think we set our children up for success if we do that, if that is their expectation. So hopefully this is another helpful video in this conversation about what does it mean to be a successful father. And I hope to get 3 more of these done with some a little bit quicker. Can't guarantee it. It's very, very, very busy time of the year, and there just seems to be a lot going on. So thanks for watching, and I look forward to getting the next video uploaded as soon as I can. Have a great night. God bless.